My name is Jenny Polstwaite, and I have been so fascinated by the versatility and usefulness of the learning strategy called Classwide Peer Tutoring. As I was researching and studying class-wide peer tutoring, also known as CWPT, a scripture came to mind from the Bible that actually talks about the benefits of class-wide peer tutoring. It contains the idea that two people are better than one, because if one person falls, the other one can help him. That is exactly what CWPT is all about. I chose this strategy because I have used peer tutoring in the past, but never as a whole class strategy. I really wanted to learn more about it. I was completely amazed when I started learning about this strategy because I always thought the purpose was to use higher achieving students to teach the students who were struggling. Is this what you thought also? Actually, the class-wide peer tutoring strategy allows every student in the class a chance to be the tutor and the tutee. The basic elements of CWPT are: the whole class gets to participate simultaneously. Students take turns fulfilling the roles of tutor and tutee while working in pairs. Students use a teacher-created task sheet that explains the task criteria to be practiced, and a recording sheet to record the performance of the tutee. This is also a strategy that is fun and full of competition for the whole class. One of the most important aspects that I learned about CWPT is that I cannot decide one day to throw my students into peer tutoring pairs and have them tutor each other. This strategy is very calculated and contains several steps to success. This strategy does need some pre-planning. First, the teacher will need to decide what she wants the students to practice. Next, she will create task sheets and gather other materials. Materials list is on the next slide. She will also need to consider carefully what pairs of students work best together. The following is a list of materials needed for this strategy. The tutor task sheet complete with directions about what skills are to be practiced, one set per pair. Score sheets, one per student. The task sheet and the score sheet can be combined into one or be two separate sheets. Help cards, which are used when students get stuck. A timing system, which can be a bell, a timer, or any timing device with an audible signal. Team point chart, created on a poster board chart that has two columns listing team names, point totals of daily and weekly winning teams. Adhesive stars or stickers for the whole class point chart to tally points. Here is an example tasks sheet and student scorecard. If the tutor and the tutee are unable to resolve a problem on their own or do not understand a question on the task sheet, then they may request assistance from the teacher by raising a help card. After all the necessary materials have been gathered and the copies for the students have been created, begin stage 2, training the students. The students need to understand that this strategy splits the whole class into two teams and points will be tallied each day the strategy is used and totals are collected weekly. Students will work together in pairs and take turns fulfilling two roles of tutor and tutee. All the students will take turns being both roles. The last part of the training session consists of the teacher demonstrating the whole process by acting as the tutor and having a student act as a tutee. It is important to continue to practice the strategy by selecting two more students and guiding them through the procedure while the other students observe. The teacher should praise and provide corrective feedback as needed. Also, remind students that they should use their inside voices. Stage 3, run the play. Now that the teacher has completed the pre-planning stage and has trained the students to use the strategy, it is time to put the strategy into action. Student roles explained. When the teacher says go, the tutor will ask a question. When the tutee answers the question, the tutor will check to see if the answer is correct by looking on the task sheet or on the back of the task card. If the tutee is correct, the tutor praises the student with a good job remark and marks 2 points on the tutee's score sheet. If the tutee answers incorrectly, then the tutor can encourage them by saying, "Good try." The tutor then gives 1 point on the score sheet and shows the correct answer to the tutee. After the tutee writes or says the correct answer 3 times, then the tutor goes on to the next question or task card. The tutee's role. When the teacher says go, the tutee looks at the tutor and answers the question to the best of their ability. If the tutee answers the question correctly, then they wait patiently for the tutor to ask the next question or show the next card. If the tutee answers the question incorrectly, then they must say or write the correct answer 3 times. At the end of the round, the tutee watches as the tutor adds up the points and verifies that the total is correct. The teacher's role. During the class-wide tutoring time, the teacher should be walking around the classroom, monitoring, assisting, and praising students as they work together. Throughout all my research, I have seen a lot of variations to this strategy, which tells me that I can play around with it and find out what works best for my students and me. Here are some of the variations. Use math fact cards instead of a task sheet. Use spelling words and have students say the words. In oral reading, pair students with similar reading levels. Some other general variations are change the teams each week. And teachers can also alternate the content areas used each week in order to reinforce several subjects. From all the module material I have read this semester and in past semesters, I think the class-wide peer tutoring strategy is just what students with special needs are looking for. They want to be included, and the CWPT strategy includes every student in the class. They want to learn, and with the tutor and tutee scenario, this can happen. They want to show what they know, and this strategy builds their confidence by allowing them to demonstrate what they do know. Yet, they also want help, and this strategy gets them the help they need. CWPT also provides a lot of structure with the use of task cards and score sheets. This is also something that students with learning disabilities need. What I really like about class-wide peer tutoring is that this evidence-based strategy has proven to work wonderfully with students with special needs right in the general education classroom. The reason why is because it creates good interaction between peers, which teaches great social skills and prevents antisocial behaviors which are common in students with special needs. This strategy also can be used with students at high and low skill levels because the task cards provide the answers that the tutor should be looking for. And because students play the role of both tutor and tutee, the students are engaged at all times. If the student misses a question, they have to repeat the answer 3 times. This constant repetition allows students ample time to practice lesson content. This strategy teaches students how to identify errors and how to give and receive positive and constructive feedback. The following is a video that demonstrates how class-wide peer tutoring works.
Class-wide peer tutoring. This week, you're going to work on a team to earn points and learn material. Within the team, your teacher will pair you up. Each pair will need a blank sheet of paper and a set of questions with answers that the teacher made. To start, Pick one person to be the tutor and the other to be the student. Next, your teacher will put a few minutes on the clock. When the teacher says start, the tutor begins by asking the first question. The student then says out loud and writes the answer down. The tutor checks for accuracy, and if correct, gives the student 2 points, then moves on to the next question. If the student gives a wrong answer, the tutor provides the correct response. However, before moving on to the next question, the student must say and write the correct response 3 times in order to earn 1 point. The tutor continues to ask questions, giving 2 points for every answer that is said and written correctly. When time is up, the roles change, the clock is reset, and another round begins. Remember, if a mistake is made, the tutor corrects the error, and the student says and writes the correction 3 times in order to earn 1 point. The game continues with more questions and answers, each worth 2 points for a correct response. At the end of the round, your teacher will confirm the points earned and update the leaderboard, where your points will be combined with the other pairs on your team. At the end of the week, the team with the most points wins. Class-wide peer tutoring.
I would like to bring this presentation to a close by showing you an example CWPT lesson.